Motsisi, author of Odyssey of a Healer, the second edition that you can actually find online, but she'll give us details of that. But we really are tapping into the grand themes of her and the grand themes of her life's journey and how it filters into this particular book, the second edition of Odyssey of a Healer. She is a physiotherapist, but she's walked many wonderful journeys, really looking at themes of Western and clinical medicine, but also indigenous medicines and indigenous knowledge, which she has not been afraid to tap into in this particular edition as well. Healing. One thing that you've taught me, in fact, you taught me this the very first time I met you. You said something, I don't remember it verbatim, but you mentioned something to me about healing not just being about hofola, is what you were saying. It's also about remembering who you are. So it's not just walking the journey of healing to fix what is broken. And I thought, ooh, I want to find out more. And then that's when I started to read Odyssey of a Healer. But perhaps you can explain that, because I think that is such a big world, because that's what we think. When we think healing, we think we are broken, there's something wrong to fix. But you have a much bigger perspective on healing.
You're not far off when we speak about healing, we're thinking something is broken. The modern life that we so much worship has actually fragmented us. It has actually fragmented the mind, the body, and the spirit. We are Trinity. We are mind, body, and spirit. Once you fragment the three, you actually no longer existing in a state of wholeness. So that fragmentation, it's beautiful when you do it. You are under an institution, reminding me when I was at medical school. There's a cadaver, a dead body. You sort of like cut the pieces, dissect, so that you can study the structures individually. But as humans, like a car, if the wheel at the back, it's not there, the car won't go. The engine requires the whole system. We are a system. We are a network of system. We need to function in totality in the physical body. And we need to function in totality from the physical tapping into the mind. The mind, I'm not talking about the brain in the skull. I'm talking about the mental aspect of our state of being, which is another field. We have the physical, then the physical feed into the mental, and then the mental feed in the collective consciousness out there, but the higher self. So when I say we mind, body, and spirit, I'm saying that's our makeup. But we've been made to believe, or we made ourselves to believe, that this flesh, this lump of meat, that's all that it is. That's not true. We have surgically, individually, dissected ourselves and say, I will honor the physical body, do whatever it needs. I will leave the mental, which is connected to the universal mental, and leave the spirit, forgetting that the soul is not outside the spirit. Let's take the universe, the greater I am, the consciousness, and take the sea. If we take ourselves as a drop, if you take a drop of the sea, the water drop from the sea, you put it in a glass. Yes, it's in a glass. It's water from the sea. But it contains all the elements that actually makes the sea. So we are not a drop of water in a glass. We are the ocean itself. We are the source. We are the creator. We are spirit having a physical experience. So it's the remembering and knowing that, yes, we have broken ourselves. Nobody has broken us. We have actually fragmented ourselves by actually forgetting that we need to exist in unity with mind, body, and spirit, and remember our authentic self. And when we remember that, we'll realize that things will change. And what will change? Everything will change. The status of everything will change in this world.
And it is time. It is time for that to happen. Ke nako, ke nako. Better said in Setswana. Ke nako. Oh, your book is titled Odyssey of Healer, and it's become more than just a book. You know, it's become, I think, a beautiful reference point for divinity. And you say this to every person that you love and care about, that the things that you are saying in the book and the things that you share with people are just a mirror of what they too represent in this world. I want to know why the word Odyssey.
Odyssey, yeah. May I speak from my heart?
Yes, please.
I take myself, I've had a vision for a long time. And I saw myself in this vision as a bird that was in a cage. But the cage was not locked. The cage, the door, the part of that door where I could exit was always open. I had actually put myself in a cage. And I believe that when we come into this world, we enter into a journey. Earth is a school, it's a university of learning. Not learning according to how we are taught. It's a university where you remember. And how will you remember? You need to experience, and so that you can remember. And if you need to experience, why should you be going through experience on guard, following do's and don'ts? If you want to experience something, you need to go out wholeheartedly and experience it. So for me, when I say Odyssey, from early childhood, I've always felt I'm on an eternal journey of becoming and of knowing self, of recreating myself, of becoming the best version of self, not Mmatheo, the self who is one with source. So for me to be that best version of self, I had to remember and see and trace my spiritual imprint back to source. So it's a journey. Have I arrived? No. A journey is eternal. It's one journey amongst many during this lifetime that I'm taking, which also traces to previous lifetime. So it's an infinite journey of knowing, of remembering, of returning to source.
Beautiful. That's what an odyssey is. Finally, as we wrap up our segment, I'd like to get a sense from you who you would like this book to reach. You know, the type of person who will draw value from this book.
If this book is meant to all those out there, the seekers of truth, just like I was a seeker and I'm still a seeker. The wounded, the marginalized, the black sheep, the misunderstood, the ones who've been called labels, the ones who are hiding, the ones who are confused, because I've gone through those experiences. I've experienced those thorns myself. This book is for those who are in the state of remembering that they are creators, that they are the architect of their own reality, that the power lies within them. They don't need anybody they don't need anybody, neither do they need to explain themselves to anybody why they are here. What they need to do is to remember who they are, step into their role and fulfill the mandate. The book is for me, and it's to the other who's my mirror reflection.
I'm your mirror reflection. Thank you very much for also allowing me to write a little review on the second edition of Odyssey of a Healer. It is an honor I hold in very high regard, and you have prepped me for whatever's left of my life and for my next lifetime as well. You've really prepped me, and I'm happy for those that will be able to get their hands on the second edition. It is available worldwide on Amazon.
Yes, and
worldwide.
take a lot.
and take a lot. Okay, locally, if you are tuning in from South Africa, you can be able to get the book, and it will be shipped to you as soon as possible. And whenever you find some time, please order the book. Order it for yourself, gift it to somebody who's on a beautiful, wholesome journey. It's just one of those books that is really so important, regardless of where you are on this journey. Dr. Motsisi, thank you very, very much. I honor you, I honor your divinity, and thank you for helping us to see ourselves through your work.
Yes, in closing, I want to share this. Healing is not a destination. It's a journey of becoming, a journey of remembering, a journey of returning to source, and you are that source, a miniature aspect of that greater source.
That's it right there. Odyssey of a Healer, second edition, available on Amazon. If you'd like us to share specific links with you, we're going to do so on Twitter. But otherwise, if you just Google Odyssey of a Healer, Dr. Mmatheo or Dr. Motsisi, you'll be able to see the book. It's going to pop up on your feed, and you'll be able to order it, and it will get to you wherever you are. Thank you very much for tuning in. This is where we're going to leave the program for today. We're back in each other's company bright and early on a Monday between 9 and 12. We make way for a news bulletin at the top of midday, and Africa Update to come straight after that. Cheers.
Call us on +2